Go. All right, morning everybody. This is Mr. Johnson. I'm here to give you an example of how to do your 8th grade country in a bag project. So first of all, the big key, I can edit this,
Okay.
is to read the directions. Okay, you've got sheets with all the directions on it. I know everybody hates directions. Like when I made cribs for my kids. The first time I read the directions and everything went pretty well, except it wasn't bad. It just took a long time. Second time I made a crib, I had extra parts because I didn't really read the directions, but it worked out. And the third time I made a crib, sorry about this, Faith, but I had to use duct tape because otherwise it wasn't working. I didn't use directions, but Faith survived. Point is, read the directions, and this thing is pretty easy. All right, so we're going to start. Notice my sweet bag. I'll be talking about Norway today. Got a little map of Norway, and my flag is even waving in the breeze. See the waves? All right, so start us off with items in my bag. Does anybody know what they call the 4th of July in Norway? That's right, Jake, the 4th of July. But I bring that up because that's our Independence Day, and Sunday was Norwegian Independence Day. So my first item, whoops, is my Norwegian apron. Because on Independence Day, the Norwegians like to have parades, and then they like to bake stuff. Like they bake these funny named cakes, and like I would make lefse. I do make lefse, but not now in summer. But that's my first thing. So Norwegian Independence Day is May 17th. That celebrates their escape from the Danish. They were under Danish rule for about 400 years. Next, in my bag of happiness, I have sunglasses, which aren't mine, because that's the kind they wear, sunglasses that aren't mine. And I have a light bulb, and the reason I have these things is because Norway is in Scandinavia, and it's really far north, and like there's a place called Hammerfest, Norway, cool name. The sun sets tonight at midnight, and the sun comes up at 1 in the morning. So it's light the whole time, therefore sunglasses. But then in the winter, it's the opposite. It's dark all day. Like the sun is up for 1 or 2 hours and then whatever, so you need good light bulbs. And the other thing about that country is that it's really mountainous, it's beautiful, there's fjords, which are like these deep, deep lakes, and there's waterfalls everywhere, but only 3% of the country is good for farming, so they have to find other ways to make money. One of the things they make money with is oil. It is Norway is the 12th leading exporter of oil in the world. And it's got lots of reserves in the North Sea. Norway has tons of money. Its GDP that's gross domestic product per capita, is one of the highest in the world. In fact, they ranked 5th, the 5th richest country in the world, basically. The United States is 7th. So they got a lot of money. They also have a lot of minerals, such as nickel. They mine nickel, and they do things like that. Also, tourism is a big industry there. Another fun thing about Norway is its Viking history. Get this, there was a hero named Harald the Fairhead that brought the Viking people together. So in honor of Harald the Fairhead, hold on, I can do better. Thank you. Thank you, Harald the Fairhead. So Viking history is huge. And then, what else do I have? Oh, I have a fork. One interesting thing I found out about Norwegians is that they use the fork in the left hand. It's called continental style of eating, as opposed to the British, where you cut and then you have to switch hands and then switch hands Norwegians just get right to the point, and we just keep going. Much more efficient, much more Viking style. And then I have gum, because another weird thing is it's rude for you to chew gum in a business setting or like an educational setting. So no gum for you. And finally, brought a medal, because Norwegians, while they are only the 119th most populated country in the world, 119th, they won the Winter Olympics. They had the most medals of any country, including the United States, in the Winter Olympics. So these guys are beasts. They're skiers. They're like the best skiers in the world. They can downhill ski. They can cross-country ski. They can ski and then shoot stuff. They're amazing skiers. And then, the last thing I want to mention is that they were, I think, ranked third in the world as the third happiest country in the world, behind, I think, Finland and Denmark. So all Scandinavian countries. Third happiest country in the world, United States was 19th. So, whatever. So here's to Norway, here's to Harald the Fairhead, and go Vikings.